Hello there, my name is Ismaus, and today I want to show you how to render random colors for any of the objects you have in your scene. For example, we have a world map here with each of the countries have a separate object representing its map, and I want to give them a random color. So if you're in the viewport, that's very easy. You can just go into the viewport shading and turn on random colors, and you will have a different shade of color for each of the objects in your scene. But this doesn't translate into your final render image. You can see we're still getting a white shade here. That is not exactly what we have here. So this is a tutorial on how to do that, how to translate this into your viewport, into your final render that you can render using Cycles or Eevee. So the first thing I want to do is first give all of these maps, all these objects, the same material. So I'll just select everything and then make sure that I have an active object selected, and then go into other materials. Make sure you have all these objects using the same material. So just select everything, Ctrl L, materials, so that they use the same material. I'm also going to remove the extra materials that are left over from the SVG object that I imported. So just clear that so that I only have a few materials here. I just want one material to use here, so I'll just call this material. I just turn on use nodes. Let me give this a thickness by adding a solidify modifier so that we can see some thickness to this, and I'll also link the rest to the same modifier so that they have that thickness, like you can see here. Now let's make sure that we get the same results here. So to do that, we are going to use the object input. So object info, and you can toggle between these outputs until you go to the random output. This will give a random shade to all the objects you have in your scene, but it's not giving you a colored shade, a random color. So to make this random, you just have to add color, hue and saturation, color, hue and saturation, and just have this random input as your hue. Now if you preview this, we don't see any shade because our color here is not color. So now if you change this to any color, you can see that I start to get a random color, and that's it. So now you can just feed this directly into your base color and you're good. Now every time you change this, I think you can actually this, you can even make a disco light. Why don't we actually do that? So if I have a spherical sphere, just separate this by, you can just hit I to insert, then Y, so that we can separate the faces, then separate by those parts. So we get that. Now if let me first hide this mesh and then select this, link them to the same material, and look at that. Interesting. Now if let me see what else can we do here. This should have been a disco light tutorial. Maybe I'll just rename that to that. So let's select everything, insert again, and push those inside just a little bit, shade smooth, maybe give this a metallic, very little roughness, and this can have maybe the same material as well. This Look at that. Look at, yeah. Let's see. What else can we do here? Make sure this is recording. What else can we do here? Because this is amazing. This is a nice trick actually. If we get this translucent or translucence, let's see if we do this emission. Okay, emission doesn't seem to work very fine. If I add a lamp, a point lamp inside here, let me turn on lights here, do it a very bright, and just blend this principal shader with a translucent shader. I'm just experimenting here, so not sure. Maybe we just use diffuse. That. Okay, we need the metalness, I think. Doing metallic. Let's do this. Okay, there is definitely, let me see how this looks. I think it's called a disco. Yeah. Okay. I think we have just stumbled on a nice, this can pass for a disco ball, I think. Now if we blend this further with a transparency shader, we can still use this and just blend this here. I'm just using Ctrl Shift and then right click to right drag to mix those nodes, if you're not sure. Now transparency, we would have to turn on alpha blend and turn off shadows. Then we might also try to not show back face. Now let me get my light, make it brighter maybe. Yeah, okay, so this can also be used there we go. Look at that. Now you just have to, okay, let's actually animate something here. Let's get this light and animate this hue value here, this color value, just randomize this as well. it up. Okay, okay. Now we can also, that's also an option we can do. And we can also, I think, animate this rotating around. So I can, to make this simpler, I'll just add an empty, get the light, parent it to the empty, then give it an offset from the empty, like that. Now I can just rotate the empty however I like, but I need to make sure that this isn't too far away from the center. I don't want it to go out. Let me see, let me make sure that I don't have this location values, so that I can easily control the positioning. I can increase the speed of this as well. Make sure this is recording. Now, so far we have been able, okay, let me bring this even farther in. Okay, this needs to be inside the ball, so I'll just grab the Z location and drag it in. Okay, 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 nice, nice, nice. Now what else can we animate here? We need to animate these lights as well. So that was the color. Yeah, this here. Just animate this as well. Change the values. Speed that up as well. Okay, now you just have to tune it to the rhythm, and I think we would be, let me see if I can find a track here that I could use. Because I think this doesn't seem like it's tuning to the rhythm, but we can actually, you know what, I'm going to turn this into that kind of tutorial where it just goes on until I find something more interesting. So let's animate this to the tune of a track. So let me import in some music. I don't even remember how to do that. Let me see. We would have to go to, yeah, we want to animate this here. So you would, to tune this, to make this change to the tune of a track, I think you have to first insert a keyframe, Control Tab to edit mode, and I want to just animate the, let's see, the red channel. I think you would have to add an audio back sound to F-curve, then find a track. I'm not sure if I have any free audio tracks. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah, this should work. But I should also add that in as an audio track so that you can have a listen to what the sound is. I'm just going to add a speaker which is an object I rarely use, but I think this time around it's something we can use. Not hearing any audio. Okay, I think because the track is a bit behind. Let me just use the video editor, or yeah, the video editing, and just drop the track so that I can control. Yeah, okay, that's now let me find a better track here. YouTube audio library. Find a track from YouTube audio library here. That I could use. That is more disco-like. But this is too slow for me. So let's see. We have to go to audio library. Let me see. That's good enough. So let's switch this out for this. Starts right away. Okay, now we can just use that as well. So I think it's downloaded into my download folder. So I'll just delete. Just get this track here and key back to FCALS. I think it's in the downloads folder. It should be. Let's see. Yeah, Golden Empire. Okay. Right away. It works right away. Now, right now it's only in the red channel, but I also want to copy it to the green channel as well. Back to sound as well. And it should. Okay, I need to. Let's see. Key back to FCALS. Empire. Let's go back to the red channel. I think you need to make sure that your timeline indicator is at the start of the start, is where you position your this timeline indicator is where the track will start to bake from. So that's why I'm rebaking the red channel as well. So let's see. Okay, blue is lacking, so let's do that as well. Key bake F sounds. Perfect. I think I can also bake F curves for this for the rotation here. So I'm just going to bake, let's see what would be rotation X, rotation Y gives us that, Z gives us that. Let's just rotation X, I think was good enough. So let's bake keyframes for that as well and see. And then maybe I can give this a slight Z rotation. Just isolate that for a second. Just grab the entire setup, maybe add another empty the top, just like that, and parent this to that. Now we just give this its own rotation. This also has, okay, I think all these, we don't need the map anymore, so I can get rid of it. It's not that exciting, like this car. So let me just select these pieces, and let me first select this. What's happening is that we're not getting the random colors anymore because we are I don't know, maybe the colors are not bright enough for some reason. I see what's going on. We are, instead of changing the values here, the hue and saturation, we are changing the this value. Hence, the colors not changing. We're just getting the brightness change. The brightness values changing. So, what I need to change is this here, and let's see how we can do that. I think I would need to. Let's see. How do you change the hue and saturation, because by changing the values here, we're just changing the brightness value, not the hue and saturation. Let me see if we separate color, input, I think it's called yeah, I think if we animated this instead, so what we need is the hue to change. So I can just give this that kind of color. Okay, you know, I think I'll do this in my free time, because I have this some math to do here to get the because I wanted to animate the entire hue wheel here, but giving a soundtrack to this color, it's just animating the value, not the hue and saturation. Let's see if we could. No, actually, you know what? I think if I make sure this is how long. I won't care. I think if I get this is let's see. What if I blended the two here? Actually, this. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.